Hello and welcome to today's Pilates video. The exercise I'm going to go through with you today is the shoulder bridge. So this is a fantastic exercise, it's certainly one of my favourites. So in this video I'll show you some variations on the bridge that you can use as you start to progress. I'm also going to give you some tips and cues on performing this amazing exercise correctly, and that will hopefully ensure that you get the maximum benefit possible. If you like it, you think it helps, then you might also like to check out my series of on-demand Pilates classes on my website, and they are at bridgepilates.co.uk. Right, let's get going. We're going to be starting on our back in the Pilates rest position. So, let's come down. So the first thing I'm going to do is just to align the ankles, the knees and the hips to hip distance apart. The arms rest down by the sides of the body. I'm going to let the shoulder blades rest a little heavy onto the mat, so I feel nice and wide and open through the collarbones. The eye gaze is up, and you'll notice I don't have a head support in either, so you can take those out if you usually use one, because we're going up into the bridge. If you usually use quite a thick head support, you could just take that down a little bit. Okay, so the first thing to do is always to relax, just to take a few breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, because we just want to switch off all those outer global muscles. You want to get a feeling of softening away into the mat and just allowing the pelvis spine to come into their natural neutral curves to begin. So we feel the back of the rib cage on the mat, we feel the heaviness of the shoulder blades, a nice heavy sinking feeling through the back of the pelvis and tailbone. Now, we'll start from here. You take a breath in first to prepare. As you breathe out, we tilt and draw the hips back towards the shoulders. Now you can probably see there the lower back is just gently pressing now into the mat. Now from here I'm going to put a little bit more pressure in through my heels as I switch on the glutes. So I'm squeezing those now, and then I'm going to peel my spine up, just as if I'm lifting and peeling it off a long piece of Velcro. I'm lifting one vertebra at a time. You can see the hips start to open out, the knees and the shins pull away. Once I reach the top, I take a breath in. And on the out breath, I'll come back down. So I'll start to sink the breastbone. I'm going to lower through the upper spine first. Then I'm coming down through the mid-spine, nice and smooth. And then down, I feel the lower back and then the sacrum and the tailbone come down. Good. So we're going to do that again. I'm going to breathe in, out breath, tilt. Dig those heels in slightly more, squeeze those glutes. And then I'm going to feel my knees and my shins pull away from me to extend those hips up. And then holding at the top for the in-breath. And then on the out breath, we're coming down. Again, thinking about lowering that spine from the top, individually, one vertebra at a time, until I reach neutral again. So that's the basic movement up and down. Now, just a few little tips just to get you really firing up the glutes, because the shoulder bridge is all about the bottom, backs of the legs, obviously abdominals and obliques as well. So let's go up again. So I'm going to go up, tuck, there we go, rise into the bridge. Now, at the top of the bridge, ideally we have this alignment from the shoulder to the hip and into the knee there. Now, if you just imagine that you've got little magnets on the fronts of your knees and the magnets are pulling the knees away, you might just feel a little bit more action in those glutes, which is what we're really after. Can you feel that? Good. Now, coming back down, hold on to those glutes as you come down. So this is a common mistake, is that people let go on the way down. So you've got to keep those glutes working all the way to the bottom and back in. Brilliant. Now, another little tip is if you do get a little bit of cramping into the backs of the legs, what you could do is bring the heels in a little bit closer. That's going to get you doing more glute work, take the pressure off the back of the legs. If you're after strengthening up through those hamstrings a little bit more, you could take your feet further away. So you will feel the challenge more here than in the glutes. So the foot position is going to be vary the emphasis. So find where you're comfortable. Okay, here's some variations. Let's advance the exercise. So we're going to tilt that pelvis back, squeeze the glutes, feel the knees and the shins pull away like magnets. Let's get that beautiful alignment between the knee, the hip, the shoulder. Now I'm going to breathe in. As I breathe out, I'm going to take the arms back over the head, keeping the eyes looking up. Nice long arms. In breath, bring the arms all the way back in, down to the sides, reaching for the heels. And then out breath to come down. Good. Now the common mistake on this one is that we end up dropping the pelvis and flaring the ribcage out. So if I go up, so as the arms go over, I might drop the pelvis this way instead of really pulling that tailbone under and pulling the hips towards the shoulders. The other thing to make sure you do is you keep the ribs down here. So we're not going to let those flare up. The arms go back, hold position, breathe in, float the arms back, out breath, come down from the bridge. And then the final variation I'm just going to show you now, let's call this level 3. So we've done a 1, we've done a 2, here's the 3. We're going to take it up, make sure you keep the knees in alignment as well. Again, that's another little tip there. Lots of people let them drop out to the side. So hold them in, you're going to really feel those inner thighs as well. We take the arms back as we breathe out. You then leave them there, and then you still have to come down one vertebra at a time. So we mustn't miss out the mid-spine. If you're missing out the mid-spine, you're not quite ready for this level yet. Still got to feel each and every vertebra come down, and then the arms come back last. Wonderful. Good. Coming up. So, thank you for joining me. I hope you found that useful. If you'd like to get access to all my on-demand videos, you can get a free 14-day trial at bridgepilates.co.uk. Also, let me know what exercise you would like me to cover next. Maybe you'd like to see more variations or exercises using some small equipment. Whatever that may be, please comment below and let me know. And also please press the like button and hit the bell and subscribe, as it really helps me to build my channel. But thanks again, and bye for now.